Hi, Delusion Dispeller here, and it's really windy out, but I wanted to make a video outside because natural light makes really good videos. So ignore my crazy hair flying around out here. Wish I had a hair clip handy, but I don't. Anyways, this video is going to be about actually a response to one of my viewers that who asked me to make a video on confronting the narcissist, when you dare to confront the narcissistic egg donor or sperm donor. Man, my hair looks silly, doesn't it? Okay, let me see if I can turn this way and maybe it won't blow as much or something. I don't know. Whew, it is windy though. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'll just hold this like this, I guess. I don't want the video to be crooked either. Okay, one thing I wanted to tell you is that there is often a delayed puberty in people that have been narcissistically abused as children. They may have what's called a little girl voice or little boy voice. They still sound like that abused child, that helpless, timid little child. That's very normal when somebody is narcissistically abused. Delayed puberty is something where the child does not develop in a normal way, does not develop breasts, body hair, have a menstrual cycle, things like that, due to the extreme abuse, malnutrition, especially physical abuse. The adult child may tend to stay dependent on the egg or sperm donor, in this case, long after the time that he or she should. The narcissistic egg donor proclaims themselves as a wonderful provider, caregiver, parent of the year, something wonderful, and then expects the same thing from the adult child. So when the adult child confronts or tells that donor that they were not or are not as wonderful as they say, the narcissist is shocked, because they truly believed that everybody believed their facade, that they were the most wonderful parent that ever existed. The narcissist might try to have the adult child bond with them and kind of join forces against the other parent or against a sibling, for instance. It's not uncommon for the narcissist to have a sexual interest in a child. Not uncommon at all, unfortunately. The narcissist might interfere in relationships that the adult child is having. So they may try to take over things that the adult child is doing and tell them, well, I wouldn't do it that way, or you shouldn't do it that way. This is really in your best interest to do this or that or whatever. And they feel like they need to be the center of that person's decision-making process. The narcissistic adult, when confronted, may play the martyr. You know, you never cared about me. You don't appreciate everything I did. I'm getting older and someday I'm going to be gone and look at how you treat me and that kind of stuff. The narcissistic egg donor or sperm donor might use guilt. You're ungrateful. You don't appreciate anything we did for you. I'm trying to think of some of the ways they guilt you. There's all different things. You always accuse me of things that I never did. You're trying to make everybody take your side, whatever. There's all kinds of ways they can do that. The adult child may then feel guilty for the narcissist dying or being sick. They might feel relieved once the narcissistic egg donor or sperm donor is gone, yet at the same time feel bad that they feel relieved. So you can have mixed emotions if the egg donor or sperm donor is dying or died. Okay. The thing to remember about the narcissist, whether you're confronting them or not, just in general, is that they do not feel connected to the parts of themselves that are manipulative, controlling, domineering, punishing. They don't feel connected to that part of themselves. So when you confront them, it confuses them. And they feel like the victim. Like, why are you picking on me? Why did you say I did that? I can't believe you acted like that. I've never said that. And you know darn well they did. That's because they literally pull themselves out of the role of that trait. and they do not feel like that's them that did it. I know that sounds strange and crazy, and it is, but that's how they see things. Narcissists live with a second person perspective mostly. So they'll think about their actions as if they're watching a movie or watching somebody else do those things. It's like they're stars in their own show or their own drama, and they use a lot of dramatic speech at times too. Sometimes they'll use actual lines from a movie that you've seen. Narcissists will often display new personalities when they're confronted that beforehand you never saw before. I'm going to be posting a picture as soon as I figure out how to do it on this video of a game that's going to explain completely how a narcissist splits off. Like, they have a trait for a situation. So say they want to portray anger in a situation. Well, as soon as a situation arises, they know to put on that persona of anger. If somebody is afraid of something, they know to put on a persona, if they're in the devaluing stage, of something that makes that person afraid. And that's why you see different personas coming out with narcissists with different people and different situations, because they literally are like chameleons. And chameleons, they're driven by filling that need for supply. So if somebody decides to make them look at the wrong things that they're doing, they automatically put on the persona of rebellion, anger, false accusations, blame, confusion, fake tears that come and go, false sorrow, picking up with somebody that they claim they didn't like or never liked, or doing things that they were previously totally against. The narcissist will actually switch traits as needed and be the old person with his former supplier if he needs to. If the new one isn't working out, or if he's not sure it's going to work out, he'll come back to you and be exactly the same way he used to be, or she. I won't just say he. Some people got offended and said, don't say he. No, narcissists can be women too, so you've heard me say it. They're men and women. What you need to do with a narcissist is stand by your boundaries. Catch the narcissist at their game. Be very upfront with them and say, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. That's not what I choose to do. They will attempt to bait and switch you. They'll say things like, are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure that's what you said? That's not really what happened, is it? So they'll try to twist your words. They're great at twisting. The one thing to remember is I've had a lot of people come to me and say, I just can't believe I ended up with that person. I'm so smart myself. I'm educated. I have a degree in psychology, whatever. These people are very crafty. And the thing you have to remember is practice makes perfect. And they've been practicing these traits for a long time, since they were children, most of them. So don't be surprised when you get caught up in a situation with a narcissist that just seems totally outlandish that you would ever fall for their tricks, because they're very, very good at what they do, and they know how to push exactly the right buttons. They are people studiers and people watchers. These are not just fly-by-night human beings, oh, poor people that got damaged as children. These are people that were damaged by as children and put on a totally fake self that they've honed to perfection to get exactly what they want, and it works. That's why they do what they do. So I hope that answered the question about how does it work when you confront a narcissist, how do they react, and what should you do, and all that kind of stuff. If you have any more questions, please post them below. Meanwhile, you can reach me at delusiondispeller@gmail.com, and it's getting cold out here, so I'm going in the house. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great day, and talk to you soon. God bless you.